Hey Packers, welcome to Forgotten Children Worldwide. We are so glad that you're here. At Forgotten Children, we do 4 different things. We center it around, first of all, protecting children. We protect them from extreme poverty, that could just be totally devastating, and we protect them from traffickers who would like to worm their way into their lives. Second, we not only protect them, but we empower them. And so it's one thing to protect, but you also have to empower them by giving them an education and making sure they can get income generating employment. Otherwise, they just fall back into the hands of traffickers. And the third thing we do is love them. We make sure they're in a loving environment, but we also make sure that they understand on a daily basis the love of Jesus Christ. And we want them to know when they leave this program that Jesus and the Heavenly Father is crazy about them. And lastly, we just repeat. We just do that all over again. That's why we get up every day here at Forgotten Children. We get up just very passionate about helping these children. We are so glad that you're here today. Again, I hope you will maybe even experience not just our passion for caring for orphans and vulnerable children, but I hope that you'll get passionate about supporting orphans and vulnerable children all around the world. And you're here today, and you're helping, and you're putting clothing on the backs of children and shoes on the feet of children that they could not have, they could not experience without people like you. So thanks a lot for joining the team. Hope you have a great time today.
Hello, my name is Tom Sprunger.
And I'm Garrett Bucher.
And we're here to show you how to sort and pack clothes. None of this is rocket science. There's just a few rules you have to follow. And if you have any questions after the video, we'll be glad to answer them. One thing you have to keep in mind is that these clothes are meant for children. So we are not sending large sizes overseas. So here's some guidelines. Men's size 34 waist and below are good to send. Size large and below is also good to send, and women's size 10 and below is good to send. Anything larger than that goes into one of the Salvation Army trash bins.
There are also a few other things that we're unable to send overseas. This includes anything with the American flag or the words USA on it, and last but not least, any inappropriate words or art images. Anything that is torn or stained, we actually throw those in the Salvation bins as well, as they can be used for rags.
We have 4 special totes. They look like this, they're blue. This one here is for bras and underwear. So if you have anything like that, throw it on in here. We also have a swimwear tote. So any swimwear or anything related to that goes in this tote. The 3rd special tote we have is for maternity clothes. The 4th special tote we have is the mommy daddy tote. What you have to keep in mind is that a lot of these children are orphans. So it wouldn't be appropriate to send them clothes that refer to mom or dad or grandma or grandpa. We also have a special spot for shoes and winter items. For shoes, we can ship size 9 and below. And winter items would be something like a heavy coat, a scarf, gloves, mittens, boots. Light jackets and sweatshirts we can actually send overseas. We also have 3 special boxes. One's for men's suits, one's for Christian books and Bibles, and then the one is for prom dresses. Just make sure that you pack those items in neatly so they're ready to go.
If you find clothes that are too smelly, too dirty, or have dog hair all over them, we've got bins right over here for those, called trash.
Some of the items that we have donated here at Forgotten Children are not clothes at all. We even had a kitchen sink donated once. Those items go into our garage sale. About every month and a half or so, we have a garage sale, and the money that we generate from the garage sale is what pays to ship the clothes overseas. So if you find something that looks brand new, maybe has the tags on it and is a name brand, you can put that in the garage sale area. Also, any item that's not clothes, you would also want to put in the garage sale area.
All right, we're almost done with our sorting, and we're gonna go through the things that we keep. It's really easy. There's 4 categories. We've got boys summer, girls summer, boys light winter, and girls light winter.
So if you have a question about what to do with an article of clothing, before you ask for help, look under your sign right here, and you'll find the size limitations, the kind of things we don't want to send, and you'll also find items in alphabetical order, and it tells where you can put those items.
And that's it for sorting. Now on to packing.
We don't care how you do it. You can roll the clothes or you can fold them. These have been rolled. Some people like to fold. The main thing is they have to be pressed down firmly. The box has to be very full. So when we pick the box up, and if I can push these flaps down below the top of the box, it's not full enough. When you've got a full box finished, you can have somebody come and get it, or you can bring it over to the taping table, and then you can go get a new box and start all over again. As you may have guessed, it's quite expensive to send clothes overseas. It costs around $10 per box. So if you would like to help further, we have this card where you can fill it out, mark the check box right here, put whatever amount you want to put in, either cash or a check. You can mail it in to us, or you can just give it to one of the Forgotten Children people here, and that will help send the clothes over.
And also, if you're packing on site today at FCW, out in the front in the lobby, you'll see an area where you can sponsor a child for $38 a month. My wife and I have actually had the opportunity to sponsor a girl in India for the last 3 years. And last November, we actually went and met our sponsor child. So we were able to see what our money was actually doing, the food that it was providing, the education, and two, probably one of the coolest parts was the boxes that you guys are packing here today. We saw them open up in India. So I know we've been keeping this lighthearted today, but in all seriousness, thank you so much for your help. Thanks so much for showing up today, volunteering your time and making a difference.
One thing you got to keep in mind, maybe you don't get that same feeling that you might get if you were actually overseas and handing that clothes item to the child, but if nobody packs it here, it won't get over there. So we thank you greatly for what you did today.